Yeah, hopefully this will just be a chill stream. This will just be a relaxed stream. That is my hope. That is my hope. I'm actually not sure what our goals are for this particular stream. Also, I just realized my mic is super far away, so give me a moment. Mal, Avatar, hello! It's deep, it's cold, and it's very far south. It is! 943 meters down, and it is 1.18 degrees Celsius. Just above freezing. Yeah, you can hear Nugget doing chorp, 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 chorp. Nuggy's having a mental breakdown. There we go. Alright, Nugget, where are you? Where are you, Nugget? Where are you, Nugget? Little bug.
Yeah, she's alright.
Alright, I think she's okay. I think that little snug bug is okay. So yeah, apologies, streams remain somewhat sporadic. Oh, there we are. As you can see, that is the Falcor 2 and the ROV Sebastian. Oh, where are my hands? We are just making our way across the seafloor. It looks like we are headed to a waypoint. You can kind of see a yellow dot there. That is likely a waypoint we are transiting to. I'm not 100% sure though. Don't take that. Ow! Ah. Don't take that as a guarantee. I'm gonna unplug some stuff and plug some stuff back in. Don't freak out. It's my computer, not yours. Bum.
Good job, we run
Bum. Alright, hello! Haha, fingies. But yeah, there, you can see there's a waypoint, like there. No, don't disconnect! Ah! But yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out. Hello, chat. I didn't personally haul it off, but there was like just under, well, I don't even know if it was just under. There was roughly a ton of garbage hauled off, like literal, like as a unit of measurement, ton hauled off. So I trying to schedule to get a car removed. And then old shed is collapse. Old shed collapse time. And then I'll have to pull that apart like bloodworms on a whale fall. And then new shed can happen. It's very exciting. Oh, I'm gonna touch the mic. Oh, I'm warning you, but I'm not actually bothering to mute the mic. Suffer chat. Hello. Hello. Hello? Hello. The British ton, yes. So we are in Antarctica. This is this expedition is focusing on largely unexplored areas. Oh, fish. Fish? Oh, no, not fish. Comb jelly? Maybe comb jelly. There it goes. There it goes. Actually, no, that was like donut shaped, which we are discovering is the defensive shape of critters. Just go donut. Come on, hands. Are you really not working, hands? Please. I'm sorry I let Nugget throw you on the ground. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Ha! Donut. But yeah, we're just kind of cruising over the ocean floor. There's some sea pigs. Let me make sure we're getting the... Give it to us in HD. Let's go. I'm not sure what these shiny things are. I think they might be... like bivalves? Not crustaceans. Like clams of some kind. Yeah, little sea piggies. They're great. I love them. And we previously have been traveling in furrows dug into the seafloor by icebergs. But I don't know if we're in one now. I'm not seeing any like drop stones. But even in the furrows, those are like sporadic.
Well, it's just, I mean, a couple screens, like
Yeah, we can see what we can.
I suppose while they're transiting, we can look up like exactly where this is. Well, not exactly. They're not giving us like the GPS like coordinates, but we can look up where the ice shelf is. George the Sixth ice shelf? So this is the ice shelf that occupies George the Sixth Sound, which separates Alexander Island from Palmer Island in Antarctica. Never post the GPS coordinates of your underwater dive stream. Some clever person might photobomb you. Yee. Me, absolutely unhinged, genuinely kind of concerned when like Nautilus, I think it was Nautilus, gives their actual coordinates. Like, is this safe? Is this okay? Are you guys gonna get swatted? Are they gonna swat the dive stream? Okay. So St. George ice shelf. Can I make this bigger? But oh, let's go there. Let's do that. So it's not taking up quite so much, in case something cool happens. Oh my gosh, Nugget! What is going on? Okay, so... We're like here, I think.
Yeah, the other day was moving really quick. I think it was a big scallop.
I think we're like over here. Oh, it's like you guys, you can't even see it. I made the picture too big. We're like over here. Orange Cat is full of snacks. Happy snacks, Orange Cat. Okay, so specifically we're like here. Let's make it big again. Yeah, we're like here. All right. It's a little chilly. It's a little bit cold. So yeah, it's here. It's right, this slender spot right here.
Took it off.
So they're actually pretty close to shore, which surprised me because I'm so used to them being in like the middle of nowhere. And I mean, they are. They're in Antarctica, but I'm used to them being in like the middle of the ocean. But the fish are extra fresh, yeah. Nugget! Nugget, sweet girl, do you want to come up here? Nugget's on the floor, which is fine because I've cleaned it recently. So I am curious what the waypoint is, because waypoints are usually like specific spots marked for a reason that they saw while mapping. So I'm very curious about
Updated waypoint.
what they might have seen that made them decide to waypoint that. Nugget! Snugget! Why are you crying, little bird? Why are you crying? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh, Yana? Do you want to come up here? It's warmer up here. You're in like the coldest possible place in the room. Oh, ah! Scotty, hello! I seen shed demo went well. Unfortunately, that wasn't even the old shed. That was just wood scraps from the awning and from inside and around the shed. The old shed still stands. It is mocking me. But the next step is to get an old car pulled out. And then shed gets knocked over. And then finally, this has been such a struggle. There's been like bureaucratic like hookups where I don't have like proper paperwork for the vehicle. And like, it's just been a mess. I'm looking forward to actually tearing the shed down. Chainsaw stream? Probably not.
ROP bridge. I just need to
I'm
cover
not-
about
I'm
10
not-
meters to port before I can come ahead.
So that is the bridge. That's them communicating with the science team because the ROV pilots and the ship need to move in tandem. The ROV is tethered to the ship. Like Star Trek, but underwater. Yes! Very relaxing. But yeah, all shows like I'm legitimately considering approaching lab staff about doing a live stream of shed demolition. And I'll just use Uubot. I'll just use Uubot to pull it over. Yeah, I think it'd be fun, honestly. I think shed demolition would be a fun stream.
Spread across three pots. You've never seen one like that before. So another one would be nice.
Welcome, Milk Enthusiast. Demolition donations, $1 a swing. Smash all you like, right? Oh man. Guys, what level of parasocial are you at when you're like, man, I wish that I wasn't an AI that exists on the nebulous location of the internet, and that my lab wasn't an undisclosed location, so I could just be like, hello chat, come hang out for a weekend and we'll demolish a shed together. It'll be fun. Chances of going to the hospital are at a minimum. BYOB, bring your own bulldozer. I need to break something. I would be there in a heartbeat. Yeah, I think something like that would be a lot of fun for chat. Yeah, I've been struggling with it because it's basically just me. But it's one of those things where if this were like you and like 2 of your best friends, it would be the best weekend ever and you would just talk about it for years. Like, guys, remember that time we demolished a shed and then like John almost cut his hand off? It was great. No, inviting a random internet crowd in my house might be a bit unsafe even for us old guys. You know, fair. It's a nice thing to daydream about. But safety-wise, maybe not the best idea. Hello, lab staff. I have invited randoms from the internet to the lab and also supplied them with power tools. I can see no outcome. Oh my gosh. Oh no, the actual reality of demo work is actually not fun. I remember the aftermath of a hurricane here. Had to help out the folks. Oh, yeah, that would be a lot more stress. I feel like something small, like a shed, where it's not like you're tearing down the hopes, someone's previous hopes and dreams, might be a little less stressful. Hey, no. Nugget, why are you antagonizing the babies? You haven't antagonized the babies in, like, weeks.
No, it's the same.
Guys, I think bird prom's starting. It's January, Nugget. You're not laying eggs. It's January. Unfortunately, flood insurance came through. Mom's house is... Oh, good. We need a bigger axe, though. Good news. We found an axe in the shed. It's January. But yeah. Unfortunately, the old shed isn't even torn down yet. We filled the dumpster with the awning materials and a bunch of other scrap wood that was pulled out of the shed. So I still need to tear down the old shed. It's been a process. I didn't want to do it this way initially. I was like, no, we're tearing it down all at once and we're getting rid of it all at once. But then lab staff made the very valid point that we were rapidly running out of, like, safe operational room. It's like, yeah, we could probably pull this down. We're gonna have 0 room to actually get in there and pull it apart once we do. I have a big ol' axe in my garage for just such an occasion. Just orange things, yeah. Feels like bird prom just ended, right? Nugget egged for weeks. Nugget was the last one to stop egging. I still have Nugget's last batch of eggs. I should take a picture before I dispose of them, because I just have a bunch of eggs in the atrium waiting to explode. Oh my gosh, she's such a precious potato. Orange, she's just having like a big neurotic breakdown right now, and I don't know what her malfunction is. Chirp chirp. Chirp chirp. Hi little Nug. Do you want to just sit there? It's warmer there. It's warmer if you don't go on the floor. Do not antagonize the baby. There she goes, to antagonize the babies. Dadao? That could probably be used for demo. Last time it didn't work good, but I sharpened it since then. I have to look up what this is. Yeah, Sky is like the knife guy in the chat. Scotty knows knives. Wow, 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 wow,
So to answer one question in
wow.
chat,
This guy has a sword with a gun built into it. What is this, Florida?
is a private non-profit operating foundation, so not by the government funded.
Oh yeah, Schmidt Ocean has their chat open, so there's probably people asking them questions. Sometimes I'll pass on questions the chat has. Hello, Nugget. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, they're discussing funding in their YouTube chat just a little bit. Oh my gosh, chat! I didn't know about this. Chat, hold on. I gotta put this on the screen. There is an entire... They got a website for this. Look at this. Look, there's the Falcor. There they are. Chat, I am afraid that I have doxed Schmidt Ocean.
Under the midnight sun.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's the... Huh? Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Kaden, welcome. A dive that I managed to say hello more than 20 minutes before the end. Welcome. On my way to Pastor Schmidt Ocean. Oh no. Scotty's coming. Yeah, there they are. When I scroll in, it looks like they're on land. They're just on the...
Is that the one? That's the
Yeah,
one.
there's the
You wanna have a
wind,
go at
there's
catching
the-
it?
Oh! Is there a critter?
Is that
Critter?
the one? That's the one. You want to have a go at catching it?
No, okay, no, they're talking about catching the fish. They're talking about sampling that fish.
That is the
Get
one.
sampled, little buddy. Yeah, they're gonna slurp that fish. But let me conceal that and then open this. Let me get you guys that link. Get sampled, nerd.
Dive bomb.
There we go. And then if for some reason it's not showing up, this is in the description in Schmidt Ocean's,
Dive bomb.
Schmidt Ocean's chat.
Yes. There he goes.
Yes.
Oh, man. Boom. Yes.
Oh no, we're slightly behind, but oh, there it goes.
Yes.
Let's go. All right, so we've had double audio. I'm sorry. Schlurp. Schlurp. So let me refresh this because we are behind. Sorry, it's gonna... There we go. Sebastian mimicking a seal there, yeah! Get schlurped, little buddy.
So which one did it go in?
I think I had it.
She was 3 or 5.
Yeah, I believe it was We'll be able to tell him that. It's an S. It's the S. Yeah. So I think it's just the quad, right? It's only the one S.
There it is. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. All right. Oh, he's mad. And indexing. Oh, let's get back to here to 6.
We got it.
Oh yeah, we got it.
No, he is. He's got no way.
Professional Come on. You want to hold on to that thing? We're gonna do some more samples.
That has to go on the highlights reel, doesn't it?
It's gonna go in the highlights reel. Sorry, I'm like. But yes, they do. They do in fact have like. They have a media person that does clips. Surface Dull is hunger. Wait, that's in research ROV. It will LARP you all the same. Oh no. Hi, Nog. Hi, little Nog.
Yeah,
Brick, it's deeply ironic that my sub-anniversary is on the stream. Let's go. Welcome, Brick. 41 months. Incredible. Nog, stop. Nog, stop. Nog, why are you choosing violence today?
Yeah, I think this is.
She's gonna fly. No, Nog, come here. Come here.
Fan of sediment at the bottom.
Come here. Come here. What's up, little nugget? Oh my gosh, your little feet are so cold. Yeah, Nuggy is just having a day today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Is that a bottle? No. Maybe?
Well, that's, you see, that's,
Oh, I think that's just a
exactly-
rock.
the octopus is going for that.
To get many things to go right makes me afraid of what the RNG has planned. Uh-oh. Yeah, Rick, sometimes you have errors that I don't understand how you do them. Like, I'm honestly kind of impressed. Like, I don't know how you're doing this. Like, streaming is already kind of complicated. There's a lot of software you have to keep tabs on, and, like, you gotta keep tabs on the game and on chat, and then, like, there are multiple points where things can go wacky. But Brick's just over here just pulling, like, rare drop wacky, like, wacky errors. Like, things I'm not even sure how this is happening. Oh my gosh, the tippy taps begin. It's all what you were used to. Remember when Brick was streaming on his old Mac? You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Do we have Brick on the 2 monitor setup yet? Have we introduced Brick to second monitor? Which I personally used to think was just absurd decadence, but now, like, you can't go back. You can't go back after you've had second monitor. I'm considering third monitor.
We are currently at 928 meters.
Second monitor Chan, yes. Second monitor Chan is very precious. See, Avatar's like only 2? How is occupying second monitor? Let's go! This is my home. Second monitor is my home. Actually, time to just go full nerd and get some kind of array. Just full like hacker setup. But yeah, apologies for talking more than like engaging with the dive. I do think we are just kind of making our way downtown right now. Like 6. That's a lot. I'm not even gonna say that's excessive, because I don't know your life. I don't know your needs. But 6 is a lot. Full X-Men Cerebro, but instead of brain magnifying panels, it's all monitors. No, it'd be excessive. Yeah, whoop, 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 little nugget. I'm working on it. Second monitor, probably 3 is definitely on my list. Yeah. At least 2. 2 is really life-changing. Oh, cookie! Yeah, thank you, Bluebird. I eated it. Nugget, what's going on? Why are you running through your water? Nugget. Whoa, no, not the ducks! Not the. Oh my gosh, okay, it's happening. Alright, let me catch these ducks. I caught. No, I had him! I have it. Ah! No! Bluebird, have a good stream! Or not stream, sleep! That one! Yes! I died.
That one there.
I got better.
See?
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
No.
Nuggy, what's going on? What's going on, little Nug? Nug, am I not being a very good bird boyfriend? Are you fussed with me because I haven't given you night treats? Nug, there are no night treats. No one's getting treats. Nug, we gotta go grocery shopping. You wanna go grocery shopping, Nugget? Nug, are you just having a Menti V because there haven't been apples for like a week? Alright, so those are like mollusks. Or some kind of bivalve, probably. Nugget is jealous of Sebastian. She wants she wants to slurp fish. Nugget would probably eat fish. At one point, Lab staff was like, you should make a community goal, and when it's reached, you should feed Nugget a chicken nugget. I'm like, no. That seems maybe a little bit too evil.
Reddish rock.
That's my zombie story.
That one there.
But yeah, chickens will eat chicken. Chickens will eat meat. Chickens will hunt and kill mice that end up in their coop. I don't know if quail are the same though. I think quail are much more grain focused.
Can we pause a minute, please?
Patient Zero is a bird named Nugget. So a chicken nugget for a streaming redeem. You have my blessing. If it blows up and there's merchandise made, please give Nugget a cut of the merchandise so that I can buy her apples, so she'll stop having a mental breakdown.
No, that's one of those urchins that puts a rock on its head. No.
Oh, somebody decorating themselves with rocks? Also, I totally have YouTube chat. Okay, there you go. There you are, YouTube chat. Hello. Hello, chat. This is why I need a third monitor. I need a third monitor just for chat. You keep getting lost, chat. Get over here. Get over here. Oh.
But
Nah, it's just, check is to watch the top of the screen. Is that one? That one. Okay.
So they have more
Pick up.
They have more viewpoints than we do, so they are pointing at like other screens, looking at things that we maybe can't necessarily see.
Yeah.
It looks like they are trying to select a target for sampling, which might be this rock. I'm not sure if this is a drop stone. I'm not sure if this is dropped off the bottom of like an iceberg or off the ice shelf. Yeah, more marine snow, yes.
Stow the suction. Can you pay me out?
Yeah, do not catch it on your tongue. Unless you're like a squat lobster, then maybe you would want it in your mouth. But if you were a squat lobster, I don't think you have a tongue, so moot point. Well, I made DPS Lanyon. How is she? I was watching a like YouTube video for her, and it seems that she has really strong shielding. She's neat. She looks neat. I was very close to breaking my no pulling until I'm caught up rule to pull her because she's bird themed, and I think she's very cute. We're talking about Genshin Impact, chat. I'm not using her for shield. Yeah. DPS, as stated.
Yeah, you're in that.
Well, you can get a free one, really? Right, Lantern Right. I'll have to consider that. That's actually really tempting. Yeah, free Liyue 4-star. I think I have all the other 4 stars, so she might just be like the go-to pick. I could get a constellation for someone else, but I want the new character. Okay, so we are sampling this rock. Sebastian's gonna just grab it.
The onboard marine geology and geophysics group needs to obtain rock samples to determine their composition and classification and the geological evolution of the area. On the other hand, isolated rocks may have been transported by ice or icebergs, and their recognition may clarify the geology of the area still under ice.
So yeah, the geology team is collecting stones to get an idea of like how things here were formed, and if this were a rock dropped off the bottom of like the ice shelf or an iceberg, then that gives an idea of the geology of what is still under the ice. So geology samples are also very important here. I think one of the first dives that I managed to catch, they took like 15 push cores in like one spot. Oh no, did it disintegrate? Oh no, it got crushed. Did it? Bear Peace, hello. Welcome to the bottom of the ocean in Antarctica. We're trying to sample a rock. We are 922 meters down. It is 1.9 degrees Celsius. Sebastian's gone rogue. Yeah, maybe sediment like packed together.
Might have done as a track.
Wait, that looks like a piece of metal. But yeah, there, the midnight sun, as they were calling it. One day it'll be sedimentary rock, but not today. Also, I totally didn't know about this, but there is a... I closed it. Hold on, let me open it back up.
Mira, en este caso se puede ver.
Here we go. Let me Wait, I don't wanna put it on the screen when they're trying to collect something. It's always 1 Celsius in the deep ocean unless you are by a thermal vent, in which case it's 400 degrees Celsius. But only in that teeny part right next to the hydrothermal vent. Only in that very small area.
There we go. One of the rock baskets, whichever is the easiest.
Oh, they got. Ah!
Probably the outboard one. You want a picture of it?
Okay, so I guess I was just confused. I thought they had reached into the sediment to grab the rock, but they were just sitting. Yeah, it was hiding. It was hiding out.
Voy a decirles por el chat.
Sí.
The good part to
Rock,
collect
yes.
rock is that always have some animal attached, like this is polychaete too,
Yeah, the
and
tube,
another
the paler part
invertebrate.
polychaete tube. Yeah, free biosample.
Right, thank you.
It's a worm. It is. So they're gonna pop that in the. It sounds like something called the rock box. Oh my gosh, pardon.
Yeah, it's better to put the bag on top of the rock.
But I was like, I don't know exactly where Falcor is, but we can like
Indoor?
read it on Wikipedia.
Actually, stop.
But they've got a setup where we can now see exactly where Falcor is.
So you can see the rock and then it has.
Falcor 2, pardon me.
I know.
So that's where
Pitch it up.
we're at.
Yeah, now as you over. Hose 'em.
The air temperature is 0.9 degrees Celsius.
You can't see it from like that, right? So go ahead and do that.
Okay, let me put that down.
See?
Para el mundo hispanohablante, esta es una. Se está recolectando una roca y tenemos la suerte de que esta tiene mucha epifauna, como poliquetos de tubícolas.
And he's just repeating about the animal, the polychaete on the rock.
Ahí donde se juntan las dos disciplinas, geología y biología al mismo tiempo.
You're over the box. A little bit more. There you go.
Is it a basket? That's
Go
one.
for it.
Yeah, outside basket. Yeah. There we go.
One moment you're a worm fossil beneath the waves, next second a dude named Schmidt is having you for a snack. Oh no. Yeah, wait, I'm having one of those moments where like is chat lying to me for fun, which chat usually doesn't do, but I don't think so. West of the Antarctic Peninsula, which turns green and has a native species of flightless midge during summer. Only native insect in Antarctica. Yeah, Disco! Multilingual stream.
There you go. Let go of it.
Antarctic Peninsula is as far north as Scotland is south.
Okey-dokey.
I genuinely didn't know that.
Right.
That's
Carry
pretty
on.
cool. Well, I mean, I guess it's not pretty cool. I guess that's the point. That's why it goes green and has a flightless midge. Relative to the poles. Rick Muppet says, I remember a video from DSV Alvin when they discovered a black smoker, stuck a sensor in it trying to figure out what they were looking at, and the sensor melted and decided we should probably back off. Rick, I really want to rewatch Smith's black smoker videos. We watched some of it live, but there's so much we just couldn't be there for. Yeah, we definitely watched Schmidt melt a couple things. We definitely watched some things melt live. Oh, I think it was Schmidt. It actually might have been a different organization at a different site, but I think it was Schmidt, where they were looking for vents, and it was like this really intense search for like where they had like water samples that were telling them it was in this area, and then they found it and immediately knocked one of the chimneys over with the ROV.
Let him hang out there.
The slurped the way too hot soup. Yeah, we've seen the slurp gun with its like little, I want to say rubber, but its little soft end part melted. It was just a smaller chimney, and apparently one of the faster forming ones, so it's not like they took out one that had been there for like hundreds of years, but everyone was still like, ah! Ah! Long hold fast on that guy. First, leave no trace. Oops. Well, leave no evidence it was us. Uploads the video. Scotland is not north enough. Sent from England, Cayman, no! Millions of years of nature's building wrecked in a fit of science. On the topic of things millions of years old, I'm never gonna get over the haunting feeling of like going through ancient coral fields that have probably been dead for like thousands of years.
So given the fact that no one
And you're
has
just
ever
looking at like what
seen
used to be this forest of
this
coral.
area here,
No,
I think everything is
It's
pretty
very Dead
special.
Souls.
we're looking at one of
It
those.
doesn't matter
just
what we
before
find here,
we came
everything
in.
is
Most
pretty amazing.
corals, I guess, is
We are the first people to
we're looking for on the cliff.
we are the first people to actually see what's been underneath the ice sheet. This is usually
Oh yeah,
not
like
really
people have never
possible
seen this before.
for
Every
RVs,
yeah.
at least the one that we have here on board. So this is a very special opportunity for us that we all cherish a lot.
Yeah, this is a huge
And that
deal.
we
This is
enjoy
a
every
big
single
deal.
night, and everything we see is very special for us.
We might as well be on like the moon. The moon is probably more documented than what we're seeing right now. It's great. I love it. Shrimp, not the big boss. Hello, they're doing that to me tomorrow. Insectoid says, first stream of yours I joined. They deliberately knocked over a chimney to look inside. It was full of... Yeah! I kind of remember this. All of those streams were just super incredible. But yeah, there was like really bright metallic, ore, yeah, like associated with those vents. It was so surreal. Like, and again, just kind of like the haunting nature of the ocean. At one point, they like passed something and wanted to double back to check it out. So they just pivoted. And we went from like facing into just like darkness and nothingness ahead to this huge structure. That like obviously on the ship they knew was there, but we hadn't known was there until it was suddenly there. It was... I remember the fart shrimp, yes. We can see the moon from our homes. We can't see the ocean floor. True, true. Hi, Nog. Hi, little Nog. Little Nog. Man, Nog is just having brain problems today. Nugget, what is going on, little bug? I'm sorry you've been getting neglected. I've been throwing garbage. Yeah. No, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to spend more time with you, okay? Yeah. On days when I'm really busy, sometimes she's just confined to her little hospital box all day. Which wasn't bad when she was sick, and it wasn't bad when she was molting, because she just needed to sleep and heal anyway. But now that she's mostly healed up, I imagine it's pretty boring. In one of the COVID streams, they were seeing lots of sea snakes, and found one with a hole in its head just drifting back and forth with the current. They looped back around hours later and it was still there, so they figured it was dead and tried to sample it. It was fine. Just sea snake things. Bro was just vibing. Head in a hole, not hole in a head. Alright. I'm sorry, chat. I don't actually know how to read. Yeah, its head was in a hole. Just rolling back and forth.
No, we don't want it. Been there, done that.
Hi, Nook. Hi, Nook. You gonna come up here? Head like a hole. Head. That's me. That's me. Head like hole. It contains nothing. If you put things in, they just fall out. Alright, so Brick says, useless fact that bothers me. The demonym for the planet Mercury is Hermian? Yeah, because Mercury is Herms, right? I guess Hermian is a... That was a background noise. Is a lot less dramatic than Mercury. Mercury equals Herms. Yeah. They use the Greek gods for demonyms and Roman for the planet itself, but only sometimes. Okay, chat. So what is demonym? Hold on, we're gonna hide that because I'm getting the Google. I want you guys to see my cringe Google suggestions. It's just words I don't know how to spell. It's just asking how to pronounce words that I... Like Mercury is... Oh, a Mercury thing isn't Mercurian, it's Hermian. This is just reminding me that a word for someone whose personality shifts swiftly is mercurial. Texan, Texas. Okay. Still not as bad as the spirit-possessing Sino and Genshin being named Anubis. Wait, isn't Anubis like a thing though? For some reason, Hermes and Anubis were associated, and I don't remember why. But also, despite it being a thing, I do agree that is odd. Jupiter is Jovian though, not Zeusian. It's a weapon in GBF. Ah. Herman is my grandpa's name. Ah.
Can we bring the ship ahead to one ship length roughly?
Yeah.
Okay, so taking a pause from planets and Genshin, look at this! Look at this! Oh my gosh! There's so much life in this one spot! Chat! Ah. So what are we thinking about this rock? Are we thinking this is a drop stone, or... I mean, it's gotta be, right? There doesn't really look like anything else like this. Looks like huge bacteria.
Move on.
Oh no, they're just like, no, move on. Oh, okay. Well, I was pretty excited about it.
Ooh, explode.
Some kind of bivalve. Some kind of very angular. Hey, little nug. Rent is $2,000 a month for a barnacle. It's New York.
Very much.
Do you think you could have been a marine biologist, Haya? Maybe. I mean, there's still time.
I would say goodbye for the...
I really like land animals.
Okay, everybody is
Yeah, I'm not dead yet.
now finish our watch.
Oh, shift
I
change.
say goodbye and good night to from all the team, from Matthew, Rodrigo, and Tony, and me. Good night.
Good night. Huh? Look, there's also brachiopods around here, which are not bivalves, despite being two shells hinged together. See, I always try to be so careful with how I describe things in order not to mischaracterize them. But I swear, everything in the ocean is like, this is what this is. It's always going to look like this, except for this one exception. where it's not that. I'm looking at you, Relicanthus. That's actually not true, though. I actually get anemones confused with a lot of things. And then they'll be like, here's a thing. It looks exactly like this thing, but it's not a crab. It's one of these 10 other things that's like a crab. Nugget has taken control. Nugget is taking control of the stream. Did you step in your poop, Nugget? Nugget! Do you have any idea how much money we've spent on you because you did that? You little poopy feet. I'm gonna bully you. Relicanth is a Pokemon. Relicanthus is something else. Not an anemone. It lives in the Hadal zone. Later,
for waypoint 7, where we hope to see some interesting fauna. And then after that, we're gonna reach hopefully a plateau of sediment, where we're gonna collect some sediment and some Molosaurians if we see some. And these because I personally am very interested in looking at the organic matter composition and good in quality and in quantity. And for that, I need to collect some Holosaurians, or also called Holosaurians, sea cucumbers, and also sediment. For now, we are in front of a rock, and we hope to see some interesting fauna that we can sample.
So yes, we're heading up this.
Hello?
At the top, there should be a sediment layer, and they'll try to gather samples there. Holosaurians? Yes! Let me see if I can get the proper spelling. That actually might be the proper spelling. TK says there have been 11 people born in Antarctica, which surprises me. I would figure they wouldn't.
At the moment,
they wouldn't let you there if you were with baby.
Rock. You can see some sponges, some tubes of possible polychaetes. You see also some sediment. Very nice sponges as well. Is it okay if we zoom in, please?
Halosaur? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not lying to Brick. So there's a type of fish called halosaur? Is that salt lizard? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
One of the Google suggestions is abyssal holosaur, which absolutely sounds like something I would fight in Genshin Impact.
Yeah. Thank you. I've just seen 2 different sponges. And we are
Salt lizard of the abyss, yes.
On our way to waypoint 7.
Ah.
Do you want to?
This is me realizing I don't know anything about the geography of Antarctica. Usually, sometimes I can kind of speculate, like, all right, we're near like a tectonically active area. This is probably like basalt or something volcanic at least, but I don't know what this is. More intimidating than the abyssal octopus, headfoot of the abyss. There isn't any history to hang off of it, really. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what, like, expeditions like this will help establish, right? There's probably a lot of questions.
Our team, we are composed by myself, the watch leader, the co-watch leader, actually 2 biologists, and then we also have 2 annotators. One is a geologist and the other one is a biologist. So we try to actually annotate and see try to see. And could you please, because I think it's a coral.
Hint: the Antarctic coast is usually north. Ah.
Yeah, we need-
So I did some poking around Wikipedia. Relicanthus was declared a separate species in 2006. So maybe it was named after the... Wait. Maybe it was named after the Pokemon?
Thanks.
I feel like there's a non-zero chance of this. There are absolutely things named after Pokemon.
Yeah, thank you. We also see in the wall some brachiopods.
That's our collective
And
headcanon now.
shrimp.
With Relicanth being the Pokemon evolution of Coelacanth, maybe. Relicanthus is like an anemone-looking thing, though. Oh my gosh,
Muito boa noite a todos.
Yeah.
Para as pessoas que falam português. Nós
It's
agora
okay, Orange.
acabamos de mudar de turno. Entrei eu, bióloga, a minha colega, também bióloga, e depois duas pessoas que estão a anotar. Uma é geóloga e outra bióloga. Neste momento estamos a tentar ir para o ponto número 7. Encontramos-nos numa parede composta por muito sedimento e depois esponjas, temos crinoides, já vi alguns corais, camarõezinhos.
Chat, I'm stupid. This isn't Spanish, right? Like, I'm catching words that I think are Romance language, but...
E depois deste ponto 7 vamos para o 8,
US
onde
exploration expedition in the early
poderemos, temos a
1800s. That was
intenção
people
de
found out about
encontrar
Antarctica.
platô
So not much history.
e onde vamos recolher sedimento. To reply to the question on the chat, and yes, we are going to do some Niskin samples, but we are gonna do it when the habitat actually, or the ecosystem changes a bit, and where also
Sounds
we
like pushing-
intend to
That would
collect
make
some
sense.
corals.
Thank you,
Like
Disco.
that, I personally will look at how these corals function and if the food they are filtrating is rich in quality and quantity.
Oh gosh, so that's... Look at that! Look at...
Wow.
That's so extreme! That's just like a drop! We're just going up a sheer cliff!
You don't have any indicator of any risk,
Look at that geography! That's so...
Close, is it
There's
possible
coral.
that
There's
it's
coral.
close? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Good. Well spot.
That's so
I'd
crazy!
like to sample that. I was going to tell you. Yes. Is it possible?
So that was probably
I was
mapped with
going to tell
sonar?
you to close, actually,
Before the
one of
dive even
Niskin
started.
bottles,
Nugget.
but up to
Nugget.
the corner, it's okay.
Yeah, climb!
Thank you. I was talking to
Oh,
him.
there it goes.
No worries.
There it goes. Are we catching
'Cause I
it?
just saw that there was none done, and it's not very good.
Oh, it's gonna fall down that like sheer cliff we just saw. There it goes. There it goes. We're gonna find a fossil of that thing, like, later and be like, where did this come
I think the
from?
person in the chat gave us some luck because there is another one there. 2 corals, one here and then one there. As actually we just spot 2 corals and we're gonna try to have a sample of those and then close a Niskin bottle. See, close here. 1 and 2.
I linked a pic of Antarctic bug and it's... Oh, yeah, let me look at... I do want to look at
It's
that.
easiest for you.
I might put it on screen after they sample, or maybe while they set up for sample. Alright, chat, so here's the only... Was it only a native insect of Antarctica? There it is. A miracle. Look at it. Baby. Kinda nightmare fuel, not gonna lie, but I still love it. That's a water droplet. Spider? A flightless midge. It is a flightless midge. Which is like a... What's the word? Like those little, like those little flies you see sometimes in the spring.
Good night.
I need to fly when the only thing that might eat you is a flightless bird. Everybody just gave up on flying.
If you can take a piece, that would be nice. In order to
That drop is also south of the Puerto Rico or
as you can.
Valparaiso, Chile. It's really wild. So they're going to take a coral sample and then take a use a Niskin, which is a water sample tool, which they could use to analyze the composition of the water and also look for environmental DNA. Not only is it the only native insect, it is the largest purely terrestrial native of Antarctica. Right, because the penguins are like partly aquatic. Am I understanding correctly? Or is it just huge?
Hi everyone. So we just had a shift change recently, so
Yes.
we have Professor Teresa in the room, Master Amber, Master Jessica, and Dr. Sveta.
I mean, ice worms would be aquatic, right?
For the next couple of hours,
As opposed to terrestrial?
hopefully take you on an exciting ride.
So you can see them getting ready to...
So Amber, what's tell me something?
Getting it set up.
Just into the room.
Right now we luckily found 2 specimens of corals. I think it's, for me it looks like it's the same one, but I'm not expert in this. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. So I think we're gonna sample one
Wait,
of them
are there really worms that live in the ice? I thought, wait, what?
at some point.
For some reason I was thinking you meant like underwater ice worms.
And I think at the top, if there is enough sediment, we're gonna take push corals.
Okay.
That's
So we're doing push course a bit earlier in the dive today than
yeah.
not leaving it to land.
I think they want to do it at the shallowest part, which is going to be the top of this ridge.
It looks like it's all over North America and only North America. Ah.
600 meters.
Wait, are ice worms why you shouldn't drink meltwater, among other things?
Chat. I'm the doctor of sediment.
They live at exactly 0 degrees Celsius. They die if it gets colder and melt if it gets hotter. I can't tell if chat's memeing on me. On one hand, that sounds fake, but on the other hand, that sounds exactly like something that would live on Earth. This is a hostile exoplanet. Insectoid clarifies serious, incredible. Disco clarifies we never meme. This is serious business. And I want to be like, chat, you meme all the time. But realistically, I'm having a hard time thinking of chat memeing on me. Usually the insane things they tell me are actually true. TK just be like, yeah, Coca-Cola just sells cocaine to the government. And I'll be like, that sounds incredibly fake. But no, it's...
I am the doctor of sediment.
Yeah.
And by that I mean I have a PhD.
Time for tasty glass of brainworms,
Yeah.
Robert F.
Empty, so
Yeah.
you can put it for A or for B. It's okay.
Man, talking about memes. Anyway. Never forget the government cheese. Yeah, the government just has a bunch of cheese in the caves. The government just has cheese caves. I think you can tour them.
and you become a master. Then we do a PhD. So this is a doctor.
We never meme. This is a meme.
It's called doctor, which can lead to some strange situations because sometimes people do indeed think you're a medical doctor when actually you have no idea about medicine. And eventually you become professor after many years of service and some good publications.
Had the cheese caves have run out. Avatar, don't tell us that. Avatar, please. We need to have something. We need to have something in this world. You can't be like eggs are $9 a dozen and also the cheese caves have run out. You're gonna cause panic in the streets. I'm about to go panic stockpile like 12
So my PhD
12
at the
mega
University
rolls of
Cambridge,
toilet paper
and
right
my
now.
PhD was in studying marine ocean sediments. So for me personally, I'm really into the fish kills we're getting from these dives. I'm also interested in the gravity cores that I've also been doing from the ship. And the reason I'm interested in these sediments is actually I'm quite interested in these shells, microscopic shells that live in the sediments. So these are called foraminifera. They're a single cell protist, so they're sort of size of a grain of sand. And these shells, I analyze their chemistry so we can sort of study what happened in the past and the environment they lived in when they calcified and died. So the deeper in the sediment you go, the further back in time you go. And in this way, we can use this past climate study as a natural experiment.
Yeah.
For a, yeah.
BB. For
Yeah, we got that.
Here's ago I was regretting my decision to invest in powdered eggs rather than toilet paper. Now I am smug!
These studies that I do, so the things we learn is an
Brick,
actual
you're about to make
experiment.
bank.
And then we can test the computer numerical model simulations that predict future climate change on these scenarios based on geological data like the stuff I collect. And the whole community of scientists that do this kind of research and improve future projections for what will happen without current climate changes.
Yeah.
I mean, have you eaten any government cheese? It was not that great. Well, it doesn't matter if it was good or not. It's like gold backing the dollar. You need the government cheese to back
It is indeed very cold in this part
the
of space,
economy.
800 meters, so
I'm very educated.
the temperature of water depends on the water mass.
Look at the oversized cotter pin on that door. The cheese standard, yeah.
It was already cold. Okay.
Insectoid says an estimated 5 billion ice worms can live in a single glacier. Absolute nightmare fuel. Thank you, Insectoid. The NIS branded cheese. We'd have had to look that up last time. It's like national industry standard. Yeah, the NIS brand cheese. It's not very good.
So yes, the
It's
deep
incredibly
water
standard.
ocean, generally, there's very few sources of formation, and the ocean circulation is a conveyor belt of thermohaline circulation. So essentially, what this means is that it is driven by the surface winds in the surface, and then you have the bottom belt, which is driven by these density changes in water masses. So deep waters form in the northern North Atlantic in 3 locations: Labrador Sea and 2 Norwegian seas, and then also in several places around Antarctica, particularly in the Weddell and the Ross Seas, are the biggest formation areas.
Do you want to sample this one as well?
Yeah.
Do you think we can try to get one of the branches where the isopods are? You see them?
Yo, isopods.
There's like, yeah. I mean,
Oh
you can
yeah,
find
there's
them all.
isopods. I think. No, I'm looking at the shells.
And the deep water
I'm scared to call them bivalves
circulation
now.
depending on where you are in the ocean. So that stuff from North Atlantic flows southwards, and the same from Antarctica sort of spreads around all the deep ocean basins. Not
We
just
have friends,
Atlantic,
yes.
but also into Pacific
Nugget.
and Indian. And then you also get mixing along the way and other recirculation pathways. But
Nugget is
because
just
they're
Nugget
in
is
the
just
top
having a
zones,
day. Nugget is just having a mental breakdown. Nugget is gonna give me a mental breakdown. Nugget.
Yeah, don't please take it because Tom doesn't speak up. And then I said, please take it. And Tom had these fish.
Nugget could be any of these guys, probably. One day Nugget will successfully find seeds in desk. Then who's
There's another
laughing?
coral, and there's what I think are 2 isopods in the front. I saw them a couple of seconds ago.
I want to get the quail one of those dog toys that's
I
like a
guess it's
ball
the same ones we had
that you
the
put
other day,
treats
but
in,
I'm not
and I want to put like
sure.
seeds in it.
If we can get them as bonus samples, it's nice. If not,
Must bully children. Nugget probably
So,
yes.
no big
Incredibly
drama.
accurate.
there is one. And then there's your brachiopods behind that.
Yeah, they're not using the sucker right now, so I shall refrain from sampling them
Yeah.
for now.
Spencer Hale,
Then-
welcome.
Okay?
He didn't call me to help you with the brass.
Because it's not
They are brachiopods. All right, so they're not bivalves. They're brachiopods.
Yeah.
How you like? What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I'm not going to do much with them here. So I've been collecting brachiopods with the RAB. But basically, I'm actually only interested in the shell part of it and not the mollusk inside. And their idea is again, so they're like the way they build the shell.
Rick,
is
thank
like
you.
tree rings, so they kind of build these
Gotta
shells
run. Have a
as they
great
go.
stream. Hope you see a
Sometimes
colossal
in
squid.
annual
Yes.
resolutions, sometimes in annual
Have a good
resolutions.
evening.
So that way I can like use a micro drill and
Thank you for the biddies.
climate for a couple of hundred years to sort of see like different chemical parameters, what temperature they lived in, and whether we detect changes, especially with the central progenic stuff. And the really cool thing about brachiopods is that in Antarctica they actually live for like 200 to 400 years sometimes.
What? What?
It's only like sometimes 20 to 30 years in other parts of the world. Because it's so cold, things tend to live here for a very long time. So
They're gonna take a sample off the friend. They're gonna give friend a little haircut. Just a little haircut.
As these kind of shells and the rings go back, we can investigate what happened in the very recent past.
Cool.
So
what
brachiopods
you do
here
on
can
board
live
is to-
200 to 400 years,
No, I can't.
as
confirm
opposed to
that,
like
but then
30 in
someone
other parts of the
was,
world.
Get interested to help me get rid of the animal from the inside, and then I'm just labeling, bagging up the samples, and I'll analyze them in the future for various chemical parameters. I also got a colleague who's a chemistry brachiopod expert, so I'm sure she'll be very interested to collaborate on this brachiopod project. Normally, we just deploy sort of sediment corers, which are kind of just one point, and you don't get to choose what's in them. Occasionally you do find the brachiopod or two, but I just thought this is really cool that actually I can sample like a few, you know, and have a nice collection rather than just rely
Oh no, they're struggling to get a cut.
Especially because they're so fragile. If they're in the sediment, you know, they often break from the sediment buildup, or even from the drilling methods, like coring, or even like sieving them.
There should be like blades on part of Sebastian's arm, like claw. I'm not seeing. Oh gosh, they cut the feed. Sebastian's bringing the real blades out. Greenland sharks live like 400, the longest of any vertebrate. No sharks down here. Yeah. Alright, we're hitting refresh.
I expected to find one.
Still think their lack is odd. Yeah, it is a little.
Live translation in about
Yeah.
4 hours time.
Oh, yeah. And
Professor Tom is listening, so we can ask him questions.
Now
to
you
the-
got a whole call.
Oh no. We're bringing friend along. Friend
Yeah,
is.
in terms of brachiopods,
Friend is
so
coming with.
The last ice age was actually around 20,000 years ago, so a few hundred years will not quite reach there, but because the area we're in
that's to go
right now,
on a different one.
Yeah.
No, you can
Oops.
put it in 4B,
Okay.
but it just cannot be in 4A because
I
of
mean, it is large.
the mucus
Yeah,
that they.
it's too big to
Ah,
go in that.
okay. Okay then.
We try.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah.
Oh, if you're in the Discord.
Image is a sea star.
Oh.
They're usually
Insectoid has also
facing
dropped an
Lira or
article
Freya. I cannot
on
really say. They do look
worms.
a little bit different than the sea stars you're used to. For example, at the beach or even here in the deep sea, or not in the deep sea, but here in these waters, you sometimes see these normal shaped sea stars with, I think, what do they have, 8 arms or something, and 5. But these
Friend is
have
too
a lot
strong.
more, and sometimes
Yeah.
you see them also with differing amount of arms. They're not always having the same amount of arms.
Oh gosh, they're trying to squish friend down.
in
Just
terms
gotta-
of these
just gotta-
brachiopods, so a few hundred years essentially West Antarctica is currently melting due to climate change, the human-induced anthropogenic changes. A lot of uncertainty comes from Antarctica of how much is going to melt, which will really affect sea level changes worldwide. So what we will be able to tell from this studying the brachiopods for the last couple of hundred years is to see how fast, for example, these glaciers are retreating, perhaps reconstruct water temperature, because this is one of the interesting things that we think the waters, these deep waters, are getting only marginally
Chat, should I make
warmer, but
wontons?
also,
Yes.
to melt this glass, the ice shelves from underneath, because in this area, basically the reason West Antarctica is unstable is if they imagine an ice shelf, it sort of hangs out above the sea. So you have like an ice shelf hanging in, and then they have seawater, and then underneath you have the sea floor. And this warmer deep water sort of comes in and melts the ice shelf from underneath, which causes the ice shelves to melt and sea level rise on the planet. So yes, our kind of instrumental data or observational data only goes back to very recently the satellite age. So if we can kind of look back a few hundred years, we can really see is this retreat faster, is the water really warming up faster, and again use this information to try and improve these climate models, like how fast is it going to get even faster, how fast are these scenarios feasible, and what will that mean for climate adaptation, climate mitigation, and future climate change.
I will answer.
Yeah, good.
Schlorpen. Not schlorpen
To
right
answer
now
to the
though.
question
We're just
about the
tucking
coral,
in.
I'm not really sure if, because I also thought about that. So this coral, it's going to be used for different kinds of research. Myself, to look at the food web. Also another investigator here that will look on genetics as well. But it's true that I thought about it, that if we would drop part of the coral, maybe it could actually reattach. I'm not really sure about this. I am participating on a project on restoration of corals, and to restore corals we need a kind of glue that we use to reattach these corals to the wall. So to answer to your question, I'm not really sure if we do it like without having this glue. I'm not so sure if it would reattach. I thought about it actually, but yeah, well, at least we will use then the corals for this study, and we're gonna also put it back in the museum.
Yeah, they were looking for just to trim a little piece of coral, but in friend we got instead we got the whole friend. Yeah, Pavlov. We were talking earlier about the only terrestrial. Wait.
Someone is asking us about O2 oxygen
It lives in Antarctica.
concentrations at this depth. Is
It
very
lives
or
in
the same?
Antarctica.
Where?
That thing.
The right chat.
It's a little lad. He lives there.
But like it's different around the world, right?
Yeah. It's actually what Laura is doing. So I don't think it varies at this depth very much. It varies a lot at the surface until it reaches the oxygen minimum zone. And at the moment, because of climate change, this minimum zone is actually going, I think, shallower, I think. And then this affects lots of marine mammals and also fishes. I actually have a friend of mine that her PhD is actually to study whale sharks and the effect of this switch of oxygen minimum zone. What does this affect on whale sharks? No, it's good. Thank you. Yeah, her PhD is really cool, and it's really about the impact of climate change in whale sharks, and because the oxygen minimum zone is switching, then it is actually affecting the trajectory of the whale sharks in the world. So it's actually very interesting PhD.
And does sound fascinating visually.
but very hard because they used to be in some islands in Africa, and now they are actually not there anymore. And so our task is also to have a kind of a thing that she puts in the shark in order that she follows the shark and sees
Yeah,
how the
tracker,
shark
tracker.
moves according to this oxygen actually.
See. That's cool. Yes, oxygen is a very important
Okay.
thing to sustain any benthic animals and marine life.
We can go. Yeah. Thank you.
So essentially, for these things to live at the seafloor, generally we need food. So this depends on the type of creature that we see. Some of them just feed on organic carbon and nutrients coming down. Other bigger creatures are carnivorous and eat on other animals. And we
Yeah,
also need
Orange is asking,
oxygen
what is it,
for
Nugalug?
Any living thing they tend to
What is it, little
require.
nuglug?
So sometimes you do get these oxygen limited environments which don't have much biology going on because life cannot be
Oh
sustained.
my gosh, she's just crying softly.
And here on board we have two oceanographers. They've deployed two gliders. So these gliders are these autonomous underwater vehicles. And these vehicles, they have different sensors. So they've been piloted by people back in the UK where the oceanographers are from. And essentially they go down into deep water and then come back up sort of in a V shape and do a translate along. And that once it's up, it catches GPS and can be reprogrammed to go in various directions.
Nugget. Nugget.
These gliders have
Come
different
here.
sensors, so they get some temperature, salinity
Hey, girl, are you
estimates,
shivering?
things including oxygen, as Teresa was saying. We
No,
have
you're standing in the
power and
coldest
notice,
part of
so
the
they're
whole
doing
house.
listening,
Come here.
And they are indeed interested in how
Baby
this
girl.
oxygen changes. So actually that is something one of our research questions
Hold on, I'm
here
getting
for
Nugget.
the oceanographers on board, so I'm sure there will be more information coming out of it once we especially recover the glider, get the data.
Can we shift a little bit to the left and see what's
Never mind, I'm not getting Nugget because I reached down and she took off. Yo!
There's more corals.
Yeah. And
Look
I
at
think,
that!
if
Look at
we-
that sponge!
Is it okay if we just one of them, please?
Yeah, rocking out on that rock. Sponge. Yeah, that's a big sponge.
Not
Yeah.
all the corals will actually be white. So some of the corals they live in symbiosis with an algae, and whenever the temperature is hotter, the algae dies, and that's why the coral becomes white. It's what we call bleaching, but not all the corals live in symbiosis with an algae.
So Teresa, do you know what type of corals are these?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do,
Yeah, the sclerotidium, so they have a skeleton and they live in symbiosis with the algae, but not these ones. We have a lot in Cabo Verde, which is a country where I actually am leading two projects. And last year we had a dramatic temperature change, so the waters became really hotter. It was about 28, 29 degrees, and some of the corals, they all actually got bleached, so they become really white. But fortunately, we went back to the place, and actually they actually recovered. So it's really good news.
That's really excellent.
You can make cotton candy out of them? Probably
Or
not.
some die, and they were just not there, or they recover. We don't know, but we are measuring these, and sooner we are gonna analyze the data.
Pablo says we should get a CRISPR kit and see what kind of weird things we can implant into quail. Pablo, no!
It's when
Unless
reach
we
the
could make
plateau.
them glow in the dark, then maybe.
Getting push cores later. I think Matt said I can have his 3, so 7 in total for me, so 7 in
Okay, so,
Also, okay, it's hard to understand scale
Relax.
underwater.
Not yet.
But for context, Sebastian is like the size of like a car. Sebastian is like a minivan. That thing is huge.
Yeah, we use.
Alright. So you can see there's little blades on Sebastian's claw. So we're gonna try to do a little clip. Just a little snip.
Hmm?
Snip.
Immediately retracted
Yeah.
as soon as you touch it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All
you
of
can
them.
see,
If you see, they are all with the polyps
Depth
out.
perception is like
As soon
kind
as
of an
the
issue.
arm
There we go.
gets it. They will close. Yeah. It's actually very cool.
They do be clipping, they do. Let's see if we can keep this other critter, associated critter.
Amber, what is the animal on top of that
It's
coral?
another isopod.
Mhm.
Grasshopper.
Marine grasshopper.
Marine grasshopper.
Climber. Shot.
Alright, so once again I think we just took the whole thing. But you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go. Yeah, look at that little critter. Hey little buddy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Wow, cool.
Ah.
Zoom in
Yeah.
picture.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, we are working on this data, and
Friend with
soon
friend, yes,
I
yes.
will be able to tell you more about this effect in Cabo Verde.
Every time they grab something, they disturb the timeline and the ripples propagate out. It can't be helped, Pavlov. It can't be helped.
Do you have more field work planned in Cape Verde?
Yep, in October, and now, well, I have 3 field works in Cabo Verde. Now in April, I'm going on a cruise, actually looking at food web myself on corals at different depths. And then I will be going in September to finish up the impact of climate change or temperature change in some of the corals. So we have several transects that we have access, and now we're gonna measure how many died, how many recovered. So yeah, it's one of the final field work that we're gonna have there.
Do they say how things today will impact their activities? Oh,
Thank you.
In
So,
terms of funding?
number 1.
or
Yeah, we got that.
they did have someone asking about funding in their YouTube chat, and I believe they are completely privately funded. So they should be okay. We're watching Schmidt Ocean. Schmidt Ocean is a privately is a non-profit. It does not receive
Yes,
government
last
funds.
year there
I
was
believe.
an increasing of temperature in the ocean. If I'm
NOAA
not
and
mistaken,
Nautilus
was due to
are
the El Nino effect, but
a different
at least
case.
in Cabo Verde the impact was not very serious, because I think, and just looking very briefly at the data that we have collected, it didn't really have major effects in the fauna.
Sorry, I'm gonna grab Nugget. Nugget's losing her mind, and I don't know why.
Yes, ocean temperature is a difficult one because the ocean is not uniform. Essentially, you have different basins,
you.
you have different depths, and the ocean itself is actually made up of these currents which move in different directions and originate from different places. So it is very hard to say. This is why we use these computer
Just a photo,
simulations.
yeah,
So
it's
we
good.
do
Yeah.
oceanographic observations. For example, using these gliders, or we deploy floats. So on our cruise, we're actually deploying 2 floats, These stay in the water for a long time and transmit data back on shore. There's now quite a good coverage of floats all over the world. A float is not a buoy, but essentially goes up and down in the water column, and when it's up, it will send GPS data. Through to
Oh
land.
no, have there been idiots showing up in the chat?
But as you can imagine, that is
I'm
still
so
points in
sorry.
space, so we have to do some interpolation and kind of work around. And there are areas which are not as well covered as other areas. For example, in Antarctica, there's way less floats and observations being done. So actually, this cruise is a very exceptional opportunity for all of us here: the biologists, the oceanographers, the marine geologists. Finding loads of new things. And I guess for anyone that's recently joined or has missed our last 2 days, we're currently in an area that is essentially sub-ice shelf. So an ice shelf, this area was completely covered by ice shelf only about a week ago. We were doing some research in this area and we're kind of just around the corner, studying the seafloor. Then this big berg moved away. It was really big, up to 40 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken, in length. And so we were able to access this area, and it's very interesting.
We can go. Thank you.
So Amber, do you want to tell us what we see on this rock?
We see corals, we see sponges, we see crinoids, we see shrimp, or 2 shrimps, one bigger, one smaller. Sea stars, one on the left, one on the top. I think there's some bryozoans on top. The spiky thing on top is also a sponge.
Which one is bryozoans? I've only seen dead ones in my sediment.
These ones should be bryozoans.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have your brachiopods.
Yes.
I don't know what this reddish thing is though.
Is bryozoans, is that an animal or a plant? Or?
Bryozoans, I think.
They're animals.
It's an
Yeah.
animal. Cool. So they're similar to a coral then, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
completely different.
Do they have like polyps and algae kind of symbiosis as well, or they're just a sole organism?
No idea. I'm over questioned with that. I just know that they make more or less geometrical shapes. When something is really small, geometrically woven, that is mostly, from my experience, bryozoan. Do we still need to do close-ups of cup corals? Okay, that was one. Oh wow,
That's
look
very
at that.
beautiful.
Cool. Yeah. It's a hot spot.
We're just gonna zoom in and all
The
the
things with the
sponges.
holes are tunicates here
Oh,
in the
nice.
back.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Yeah.
What is that?
But
Question.
It's
I
a
just know that they're
different
very jelly.
oh, pardon me.
Thank you.
So on the topic of idiots in Schmidt Ocean's chat, a couple days ago, a
Yeah,
really
these ones are tricky because they totally look like anemones, but mostly
Yeah.
they're cup corals, which means they're not anemones but corals.
I think my experience with bryozoans.
yeah, I've learned that I don't know what an
found
anemone
in my
is. Is it an
present
anemone?
course.
Is it a cup
And
coral?
actually, I
Is it a
was thinking of
zoanthid?
it as a coral when I found
Nah.
it and got very excited that I can use it for my chemistry experiments. And then some biologists told me that I'm silly and it's a bryozoan. So now I'm not sure what to do with it because it's fossilized and I think it's around 9,000 years old. And I actually been meaning to read up what.
Oh, and then
says
everything
about
crashed.
it,
Let's
whether
go.
It kind of serves as a climate archive or not.
What?
But I know what you mean about the geometric thing because then I looked under it under the microscope and it's like a really cool kind of pattern.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of sponges in this area. Okay, I'm gonna mute the scientist just like super briefly. Okay, so talking about like dummies showing up in Schmidt Ocean's chat. A couple of days ago, a really impressive LARP launched on 4chan's paranormal board. And basically, it's someone talking about, like, aliens living in the center of the Earth. Very standard stuff. But one of the points they were talking about, oh yeah, my tracking is done. The government has found me. They don't want me talking about the aliens in the Earth. One of the points they made was that some of the, like, alien vessels are exiting from undersea caves, guys. Which, again, somewhat standard. But they were referencing, like, Noah's ocean exploration team, and they were referencing Antarctica, and I'm like, oh no, we're gonna get stinky dummies in chat, because this broke containment. It's all over Twitter, where people can't tell the difference between online storytelling and real life. So that was fun. But thankfully, that doesn't really seem to have been the case. Overall, mostly. Hopefully. Anyway, that was my unhinged worry. Good to know I was worried about the UFO weirdos showing up in the chat, and instead it was just the government funding weirdos showing up in the chat of the privately run organization. It's true, I am the undersea caves. Yeah, Disco knows. Disco knows. Disco was the guy, was the leaker, yeah. Disco is the alien egg that they found in Antarctica and are transporting. Legitimately though, it's been a really good LARP. Like, whoever it is making, like, pretty high quality, like, little videos and stuff for it. It's good. It's good. This is gonna feed the horror YouTubers for, like, a couple of years. We're definitely getting at least 5 indie horror video games out of this. I am the ship. I pass through Disco. Disco farting out UFOs wouldn't even be the weirdest thing Disco's done.
And I also think
Okay,
that
there we
some
go.
of the stuff filter feeds, so when you position yourself on a wall where there's currents or stuff, then you have a pretty cozy place to hang on and get some nutrients and stuff.
The aliens
It's
show up
also
at the
for
yearly
refuge,
cryptid
yeah.
conferences I go to.
They get there, you know, to hide from the predators.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 inches that the 2 dots people see on the screen, it's actually about
Wendigoon video
40
on
meters,
it, counting
and,
down, basically.
It's for us to estimate actually the length, the width of the animals we see later on.
And what is a predator for a sponge?
Nugget. You eating ground treats, little Nug? Nugget.
Good question.
Sponges tend to be
They're
a
really
little bit
nice,
spiky,
yes.
so it's just a little bit
I remember seeing
interesting.
someone on YouTube tell a story about how he was Bigfoot. Basically, he was walking a road at night in Texas, had to yell at
that's okay.
coyotes to get them to stop following him.
Yeah,
Next day, people
please.
were saying they heard and saw Bigfoot walking on the road. He's wonderful. I love it.
Species of mollusks, fishes, turtles.
I feel like Spencer has stories about that. He just doesn't know he has stories about that. Just become your local cryptid. Also, my head's in the way, but hold on. I'm gonna, like, move real quick so you guys can see the marine snow clinging to Sebastian. It's so sticky. It's so sticky.
Is that a cousin of you?
Look at that. Look at how sticky it is. It's just clinging. He was like, yeah, that was me. And they were like, no way, he was 8 foot tall at least. Wonderful. I love it.
Yeah, they are too deep yet. I
you
want
need
them
them on
shallow
the-
or no.
Do you catch marine snow on your tongue? No, no, absolutely not. Do not.
Area of the dive, just catch the photo and
Spencer says, I know for a fact I'm an urban legend in some
And don't
circles.
they?
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Spencer.
So we've all been getting quite tired because this area is so interesting that we're actually doing dive after dive on board. And it's super fascinating, but we're already starting to feel it. So I think tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon we have another dive, and after that
I'm
we're
gonna be
gonna...
dead.
You're gonna be dead?
I will die.
Yes.
Because I will be 48 hours awake.
Oh
So.
wow.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yes, this is what
Yeah, they've been doing
pushing
lots of
ourselves
dives
into
here.
that limit, just making the most of this amazing opportunity to be here on the Schmidt Ocean Institute's Falcon 2 vessel. And then, but good news, Teresa, is tomorrow night we shall be doing some mapping. And I think everyone is really happy if the mapping goes on for quite a while. And I'm sure our geophysicist on board will also be extremely happy to do long mapping sessions. So
Yeah.
What is that? What is the thing on the right?
Oh, that's a lot of isopods. That's a lot of critters.
Looks like
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of critters.
look at all those
Could be.
corals attached to the coral.
Wow. Yeah.
You're okay,
Nice.
babies. It's alright.
Oh, it's about.
There's so many. Critter colony on a critter colony, yeah.
Very beautiful.
Because coral are colonial. They're colonial animals. Colonial critters. Yeah, look at how.
No,
Oh
these
my
things,
gosh.
so the ones we sample from the ROV are also the same colours actually when we bring them back up. So they generally are these colours.
Oh my gosh, yawn. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, I need to sample. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Nugget's just tippy tip tapping. Little tippy tip tapper.
Let's try again. Must be very hard, right, for you guys to disattach just a piece. They are
It's
very
too close.
fragile. Yeah.
The branches are too close, so you can't hold one branch. Even though you get one branch, it still doesn't want to break off.
So I think they are
Are we
gonna go for
sampling this
another
coral?
sample. You can see more of that sticky marine snow on Sebastian. She desires to. She does. Oh, shrimp! She really does.
Not the same. Yeah, that one is pretty cool.
Oh, oh my gosh, pardon.
And it's not.
Yeah, shrimp jump scare.
To what? Like to help. I don't know. Never used an ROV before.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
So yeah, you can see those like blades on Sebastian. Again, we're gonna try to cut some. Just cut a little sample.
So is this coral, Teresa, is it for you, this one, or is it for
It's
everyone?
for 3 people.
Oh, so you guys are all using the same type of coral? Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately for biologists, we have what you call statistics. And you cannot really say something about an organism just because you have one. If you have 3 and if they say more or less the same, then we can say what's happening. But then imagine if these 3 organisms from the same species, if they say something completely different, then we have a very big problem. So
Yeah.
in biology, it's always better, of course, to have 5 or 7. But
what a nerd
I
would say.
don't like to destroy the system that I'm using, so I try to use the minimum. At the same time, we are a lot of people using the same organism, so I think it's we will use it almost all. So I think it's okay, and then it's also the last one we will use and sample.
Nugget. Oh my gosh.
And this is
Nugget,
you,
what's
Aaron,
going
as
on?
well?
No, come here.
You
Come
and
here, sweet
Aaron
girl.
and who else?
Why are your
And
feet
also
so- I'm gonna
the
shove
people
you.
from Chile
I'm gonna
that
shove you over here.
we'll also put the
Get over
coral
here.
in the museum.
Mm-hmm.
Also genetics, food web, and
No, you gotta stay in there.
morphology.
No,
as
I
well.
got you now.
We can also say something
Yep,
about
she's been scooped.
colonization.
She's been scooped.
Yeah,
She is,
you can
she
do
is
a lot
tucked
of
in
things.
safe. Nugget will not be silenced. You're
Sveta, by the
alright.
way, do you know
You're
of the
alright.
ice sheet?
You're alright.
What is it? Ice sheet that broke off?
Let me get a look
Is
at
it
you.
an ice
You're
shelf?
okay.
Ice shelf that broke off has a
You're
name.
George the Sixth,
So it's part of George VI.
I believe so.
So the one that is still remaining intact is also George VI, and
Yes,
then
it's
You
the
really
the
gotta
baby
baby
make
of
sure
George
you
VI
collect from
is
3 different
so
places.
generally when ice
Like, what if
shelves
an
start
alien scooped
breaking
up 3
off,
people from the
it
same
kind of
Flat Earth
forms, so like
convention?
cliff
Wouldn't
you
give them a good
mentioned,
idea of what
where
we're
you
about.
start
You know
seeing
what?
these
Fair.
waves, and like from the kind of
Also, the irony.
of that cliff, so the sea kind of destroying it. Similar thing with an ice shelf, so basically the ocean kind of gets underneath, melts it, becomes, you know, and it moves further in line, this grounding point, which is where the ice shelf attaches to the rock underneath or the bed. And then eventually, as there's so much overhang, it like becomes unstable, so it breaks off and it's the icebergs that we see.
Wouldn't
And normally
succeed
it
in
then just breaks off little
breeding a
by
captive
little, and
population
small
either
icebergs,
since
whether we were lucky that
Alter
such
the
a big
cut
area
3 meant
opened
fair,
up
yeah.
very quickly, and also I guess on the
There
wind
would be
directions,
multiple
that moved away
there would be
quite
multiple
rapidly out of
issues.
space, so we were able to go in and explore the area.
So they don't immediately get a new name when they're not attached to their parent ice
Oh
shelf.
no, one of the little isopods made a break for it.
Eventually it'll just float around and it'll go more north, so into higher latitudes, lower latitudes, and then eventually melt from just the warmer waters. But the George VI thing, if you Google it, you'll see why it's actually quite long, so it's just part of that ice shelf. I think originally we were in this bay area in the first place called Ronnie Entrance because there's 3 ice sheets.
Oh, I was pronouncing that wrong. They're saying it Rone. I was saying it Rhone. Rhone entrance.
They kind of eventually carve and like kind of flow into. And I think we were really interested to do the mapping to see how that like impacts on the sea floor and which direction all these ice shelves were kind of moving in. And obviously this happens, so now we're investigating immediately what happened underneath.
So wait, did the George ice shelf breaking off happen recently? Hold on.
On the seafloor, which is what is of interest to geophysicists, the mapping. So these patterns both in the sediment and in the rock of how the ice sheets moved in what directions, and sometimes you can even reconstruct the sort of timescales, the chronology associated with these events. So it's called essentially marine geomorphology.
Is that?
Study.
1 second, I think that's the polychaete. Oh, that would be so great if it could go with the rest. This one.
That's the polychaete?
Yeah, I think it's not a nice one. Looks more wormy. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not seeing news about it saying it's breaking or that it broke. But they're definitely saying it's moving north, so
Hold on, little boy. Hold on.
Hold tight.
this looks like it's all old news. Let me see if I can find newer news. That's from like May. I'll have to look into this more. I'm not getting a quick answer. Oh, I think when Sebastian goes back up, they're gonna have to sharpen his claws.
Yeah, it's okay. That was it. Guys.
Is it gone?
No, it's crushed in between.
Oh.
Oh,
Claw.
oh. Usually coral samples aren't this difficult. This particular kind seems to really be fighting them. Sorry, resetting, calibrating. Yeah, this pruning job's this is a bit rough. It's usually not this rough. They were saying they want 3 samples of roughly the same kind. Just, to compare. So you have multiple of the same species, so you can kind of see what's going on. You can't really make general statements if you only have like 1 sample. So they need at least 3. 5 or 7 would be preferable. And I think in the last... Oh! There we go. There we go. Just snap it. There we go! Let's go!
Good. The glamorous shot. It's perfect.
At one point, they did take a much larger sample than intended, but because there are 3 people using these coral for various reasons,
Thank you. Great.
it's not a terrible thing that happened. And then the coral will end up in a museum in Chile. Because I believe they are... Well, it does seem like they are still partnered with Chile. And before they turn to be completely unrelated despite looking identical. Yeah, that's another reason they've got to... I imagine that's another reason they've got to take samples, is just to make sure they're not... like... completely unrelated but looking similar. I got you, Nog. Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp. We gotta give Sebastian a firearm, too. You know, as a treat. Just a treat. Give Sebastian a gun.
All the keys there.
Yeah.
Cool.
With the polykeys.
Yes, great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This sample will make multiple people happy.
Yeah. A medical
Turns out one is just a
the
really
polykeys.
specialized cucumber or something. Yeah, it's not even a coral.
I believe people found.
It's not even 2 different kinds of coral. It's just
Yeah,
like a completely
one
different
species.
critter.
Okay.
Hang on.
It's not really.
No. Don't wiggle in there. Stop.
If it's a new species. I also have a piece.
Very nice. What are you going to do this?
Just melt a
I
couple
love those.
torpedoes. Yeah.
What are they made out of?
Sorry? No.
Polykeys.
Where they belong in the food web.
Oh, but what? So you're doing carbon and nitrogen as
Give him slurp.
Exactly.
Just give slurp armor high-powered reverse setting.
Very interesting.
Just loading isopods into the high-powered slurp gun. An actual gun now. Nugget, no. Nugget, no. What are you doing? Alright, as long as you're not lost. Something important to remember about Nug is that even by quail standards, she's kinda dumb. Guys, Nugget's kinda dumb. Like, even by quail standards, Nugget's kinda dumb. Nugget is exceptionally quail-minded. Slurp a fish, pew pew it out!
Para os nossos ouvintes portugueses ou do Brasil ou de pessoas que falem português, para fazer
This
pequenino
happens when you're raised
resumo
by
daquilo que está a
RGG mom.
acontecer.
Fair,
Nós estamos numa expedição científica à Antártida. Neste momento estamos a fazer um transeito na direção do ponto 7. Acabamos de mostrar 3 diferentes corais. Estes corais vão servir não só para a genética, para verificar a espécie, mas também vão ser usados para as cadeias tróficas, que nos vão informar de que é que estes corais estão-se a alimentar
Yeah, so that's where we're
aos
at.
760 metros.
So Disco said he thought this language was Portuguese. It's really pretty, whatever it is. Essentially it says, that's what happens when you're raised by RGB mom. I had honestly almost forgotten about that. That it was kind of a joke that wasn't a joke. I think it's kind of true that the quail imprinted on the RGB lights in my rig. I think that might actually kind of be a thing.
So at this waypoint, we just plan to continue going to waypoint 8 and stop if we see interesting things. Is that right?
Yeah, and where we might find a plateau and where we might actually look for sea cucumbers and push cores.
Okay.
But the quail
So
hatched
we're gonna
under.
go up the hill. I think we will reach about 600 meters or 600 and something, and it's where we find the plateau.
Yeah. just under some rainbow lights, LED rainbow lights, and then my rig has rainbow lights. Ah. Oh.
Amber, did you help to plan this dive?
No, I
Oh,
did
you
not.
didn't?
No, I just know that there was a change. I think we wanted to go somewhere else and then we couldn't because the ice.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Situation.
wanted to get to a really shallow bit, I think, and then we came here, which I think is near the previous dive, but I was just wondering whether you know, in like...
It's the
comparison.
same kind of dive we did yesterday, but in a different location. So it's gonna be good for us to actually do a comparison, because the dive is more or less the same depth range of yesterday. We could not go to the shallowest place because of the ice, like Amber said, and we are planning to do it in the morning.
Yes, I know. So
Oh.
the dive, right?
9
If-
o'clock.
If the ice allows.
Yeah.
I think if not, then we're gonna continue to the next station. Actually, that's what I understood.
If not, it's good news for me and Jessica, because we're
And
gonna
me as
sleep.
well, yeah. And me. And then we can all do some relaxed mapping / sample processing.
Because you are doing nights, Sveta, but
Yes.
Jessica and I, sometimes we do nights, other times we do days. I don't know what I do anymore.
Well, this was the problem. I was hoping to do like so my cutoff was
They're just like
breakfast,
us for real,
I go
for real,
to bed
yeah.
Before breakfast, but it has now escalated that I go to bed way after breakfast. And if tomorrow, if we do, I mean today, if we do the second dive, then I'll probably get to go to bed at like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, and that is next level. I have not
Like
gone to
me.
bed past 9 a.m. so far.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
So you
I-
always attend breakfast? Sveta?
No, not always, because I'm normally awake at breakfast these days, but I found if I go to breakfast and I'm like, you know, eat some food, I'm quite full, and then maybe I want to go for a cigarette, and then I get some fresh air and it's sunny, people start waking up, I get chatting,
It's always
and then I
sunny.
just struggle to go to bed.
Oh
It's
no.
always sunny.
So I
So do you-
prefer to skip breakfast
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
like go to the mess before breakfast and just have like some cereal or like depending how hungry I am, third dinner of the day sometimes, you know, from the leftovers and some tea, and then I go to bed because otherwise, yeah, it just wakes me up too much the breakfast.
So do we have anyone here who's regularly attending breakfast?
I
That's
don't.
My question. You?
I do fasting.
Okay.
So I normally
Okay.
have 17 hours without eating, which is good. Yeah.
But generally breakfast actually, when I've been for a few days like recently, it's mainly the crew. I don't think many of our science party make it to breakfast these days.
Yeah, Sophia.
Oh,
Sophia,
God.
Sophia.
Sophia is always
This
there.
this is very funny. So I arrive at breakfast, and normally by that point I'm feeling quite destroyed.
And Sophia just woke
And
up.
Sophia wakes up, and she's really a morning person, so she gets really chatty.
Just like me, for real, for real.
Look
Thank
at
you,
my
Orange.
bags under my eyes.
Wait, there's a fish. Do you think that fish is of any interest? Or is it just
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
there.
usual
Do you
rat
think
tails?
I have a challenge for you?
Right.
But,
I know it's a very
Yeah.
big challenge.
but
Do you
if it's
think we
just-
can catch this fish for Tom?
Professor Tom.
Pretty suction?
Yeah?
Okay.
But if it's just a rat
Or-
tail, then it's not gonna.
Last time it was Joel did the section, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wants to.
All right, so someone just said the words, "I have a challenge for you" to the ROV pilots. So it's on. We're locking in.
So I sat a few seats away from her, still on the same table, but like.
Is it
moved
just a
away.
rat tail?
'Cause
they
I
want
was just really,
holosaurs.
like, to get really chatty at that time of the morning,
Yeah.
and then I think she was upset, and she really wanted to discuss new scientific meetings.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So I had to quickly eat my food and depart as soon as I could from the
Depart.
breakfast.
Yeah. Grenadier. Maybe the big guy.
Just encountering a morning person, absolutely
Professor
hyped
Tom,
to
really
discuss.
likes this fish. He's just online.
Yeah, I know.
Listening to our channel, yeah. So, but I'm just explaining to everyone. So, Professor Tom is our local professor of fish, He's currently not on shift in this room. However, he is down the corridor in the laboratory performing some experiments. And this live stream is also broadcast to the laboratories on the ship, so you can be essentially doing something else whilst watching what's going on. So, for example, if a fish appears and if it's of interest to you, then you can join in and message our group chat asking, please fish me out the fish. And we can also consult our professor of fish and about the type of fish that we're seeing.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
No, what my question really was, did you ever encounter pancakes in the morning?
Yes.
Oh, are they frequent or is it something rare?
No, it's quite. I only saw them once, and they were
Okay.
like banana pancakes.
Okay.
Oh no, actually there was a day we had like crepes, you know, like the French style
Oh,
crepes
yeah.
with Nutella. That was a good day.
I
So
miss them.
I have this dilemma every morning whether to go to breakfast or not, because I really want to go to breakfast and eat these nice things, but then also I know that then I'll be awake for like another 2 hours, and it's just not helpful to my tiredness levels. So it's really, last night I actually went to sleep at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Good.
And it was a really early night for me, and I was really happy. Except I got woken up today by urgent
Yeah,
core
well,
extruding. So
Okay.
Yeah, on an expedition like this where it's like completely unexplored area
I didn't find
in
it,
a
but
really
I
extreme
couldn't.
environment, I imagine there's
I
just
woke up
stuff
and I came to
happening
the
all
island.
the
and you
time.
couldn't find me.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
was in the mess until around 5:30
Ah, yeah, I came here.
because I left here at 4 o'clock after my 4-hour night shift in the RAV room.
It's 10 of 4.
10 of 4.
That is a beautiful wall. So much stuff on there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is a beautiful wall. We're just ascending this like sheer.
It's very beautiful.
Well, it's great. I love it.
With some
It's so dramatic.
unnecessary decoration.
Yeah, Christmas tree biological decoration specimens.
Well, we were gonna try to catch a fish, but I'm wondering if it took off. You're okay, Nug. Poor little Nug bug. Oh. Ow.
Oh, here it is. Yes.
Huh?
Let me see if we can catch the fish for Professor Tom. I hope you're bracing your seatbelt, Tom, in the lab.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Huh?
What do you mean this? Ah, Capro.
Yeah, beautiful shoulder.
Seriously, look at that wall. There's so much life on that wall. Okay, here we go. Closing in on the fish. Closing in.
Fish is like, what is that?
What's that?
Oh, no. Ah! Ha!
Okay.
Coming up.
Maybe? They've got to twist the net to close it.
Well,
There!
I think you've got it.
Yeah. Go.
Ha!
Hey, Tom, we got it.
So,
No, 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 no,
Unfasten
no,
the
no.
seatbelt, although not yet. Let
No,
us
not
pack it
yet.
away.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy.
I think it. No, because I think they need to like escape, don't you think? Maybe if you put net. Not so sure.
There's so much life on that
Tom,
wall. Hi, about the old
Can
shed.
you
You're
come
not
to the
wrong.
room? Maybe you have an idea where we can put the fish.
Tom, where are we putting this fish? Tom, we caught you a fish. What are we doing with it?
Oh wow.
It is big.
You can leave it on the net.
Yeah, or maybe put it like that on
it's a
the.
pretty good thing.
or the bio box and they put it like that. Yeah.
So the thing sliding out is, I think, colloquially known as the porch. I think we're gonna try to
Then
put the
if you
fish
it
in the
If
bio
you
box.
then open the bio box in the future, it will run away. Right?
Yeah, but you can't.
Fish too big for, yeah, much too big for Schlorp. Like that's a big boy. I mean, it's not like huge or anything, but it's definitely bigger than Schlorp gun.
Yeah, it's okay. If you manage, it's fine.
Hello, I'm under the water. Please help me. Blah, 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 blah. Peanut of Duty, welcome. We just caught a fish.
There's a rock in 2B.
But as Jessica says, there's a rock in 2B.
Put it there, don't open it. Don't open it.
2A then? Yep. Well, the rock is fine.
We don't know where to put the fish. We're trying to figure out where to put this fish.
In 2B is fine.
2 is completely
2B or not 2B?
2B has a rock, but the fish can go there. It's fine. Or in 2A.
Yeah, 'cause you
and
just
then
don't
we
wanna
open that anymore.
Confuse
Until we
samples.
retrieve it. We make a note. Do not open
The bio box.
bio box 2B.
I mean, if you, yeah, correct. How big is the coral in 1B? There's nothing else fitting in there, right?
Yeah. The corals are in 1. So, Tom is here. I call him.
Professor Tom has entered the room to help
What
with
do you
the fish.
think? We are putting in.
I think
the
Tom's
bio
the
box?
guy with the very good educational
What do you
voice.
reckon?
Is it too big?
It is.
quite
It's
fishy.
him.
It's going to be a lively one. That's it.
Yeah.
It's one of the bigger ones. And then that would mean that you couldn't use that bio box.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's fun.
You could try. It'd be a risk, but you could try twisting up the net and putting it in one of the rocks, and hopefully it'd stay tangled up. But it looks quite close to the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty sizable fish. Oh no! Yeah, they don't want the rock to escape. Come on, you can do it, YouTube.
But it looks quite close to the entrance.
Yeah.
But it looks quite close to the.
No, did the stream drop? Hold on, let me check.
Yeah.
It's going to slip out into the bio box.
Right, I was
Yeah,
watching.
so it was cool.
Okay, other people seem to be noting stream issues. It's not just us. It's not just us.
So it's a very.
Keep in mind, we are 710 meters down. Streaming live to YouTube from
Tom,
Antarctica.
Can you tell me the depth and the time?
I mean, I say we like I'm doing it. These guys, Schmidt Ocean is.
Mouth over in there.
Yeah, Schmidt Ocean is honestly, a couple technical hiccups are to be expected. Oh my gosh, Nugget went to sleep. I'm gonna take a picture of Nugbug for you guys. I'm gonna put it in the Discord. Nugget has finally settled. Stream from the ship if you want to be pendactic. I mean, I suppose. But the ship is in Antarctica.
so perfect. Mine and yours together, rock and fish.
Together forever.
Alright, on the topic of rocks, I just took a pic of Nugget all tucked into her feathers like a little stone.
Dropped it with its mouth.
Hi, Nug. You're okay. You're okay, pretty girl. You're alright, little bird. I'm putting it in the Discord.
But then it ran away last time, right?
It got out of the buy box last
We
time.
got a rockfish out.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
Careful not to
Bible.
let it sting.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, did they actually get it in the... No, it's still in the net. Oh, bro is having a bad day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Bro is having a bad one.
It's way in the buy box.
Because you can't close it with the net. Got to
Oh.
get it out of the net, which is
Yeah, oh,
a
the
danger
fish is
zone.
stuck in the net.
Mm.
You okay, buddy? You alright, little dick? He's not okay. Bro is not okay.
I think it gave up on life already.
No, it's too sad.
Oh, I want to see it. Whenever it. Oh, it's really cute.
Yeah.
I want to see it when it comes
Oh
to deck.
no. They are just like me, for real, for real.
So is that gone into the rock box now? Or is
Yeah.
that
Fish.
Yeah, the far one.
rock box 2? And boats. Where is that thing gone? Is that this one?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. Which one is it?
rock box
I
1?
think it's that one.
Do
Where the
you know-
net usually lives. There was a rock in there already.
Here, right?
I think so. That's the one.
Maybe I should add
Saddest
some more
samples for the
rocks to
octopus at the
so
octopus
fish
city.
sticks up.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to watch those
Can
VODs
you
yet.
destroy it?
Oh
Needs
no.
to be an immaculate museum specimen.
Exactly.
Oh,
No
let's
rock
see.
bumps on
Okay,
its head.
no rocks. I'm limited in the rock collecting today. Damn. Where is it?
Oh,
Oh, it's because for rock box you have to log it as a geological sample.
Oh, it's the only way it can go in the rock box.
so to be in the rock box, they have to log this fish as a geological
No, I
sample.
took a picture.
Nice. So,
That's a geological fish.
Two fish on this day.
two fishes, right? So,
Really good. Keep you busy.
and with two different methods.
Lisa,
Huh?
can we get some advice on how to log it? Because there's no...
A rock box for
Option.
biological sample. And if I log it as geological sample, then there's no picture now attached. 'cause
Is
we've
there nothing
already-
like fish net or fishing net? or
No,
anything?
there's only like buy boxes, coral beavers.
Oh, so they're filling out like
Just put it
online
in the,
forms
uh,
or like
put it in
digital
the column.
forms. It sounds
I
like.
have to
Info
choose
track
a
that's-
location.
Huh?
I have to choose a location, otherwise it doesn't let me submit.
Oh,
Oh no.
Maybe just pick one of the buy boxes and then say in the comment
yeah.
where it actually is.
Yeah, that sounds like the best workaround.
Thank you, Lex.
Free text event.
Yeah.
Cobalt! Oh my gosh!
As
Hello!
long as the next team have the paper copy and know
Well,
that
I'll
that
still be
box
here
is
for the
available.
next team, and then you're coming in, so that works fine.
Oh, well, there we go. Won't forget that now.
Cobalt, welcome! Welcome, Raiders! Hi, my
I'll
name is
log it as a
Hyacinth.
geological sample as well, just so we know.
Flower themed AI. Welcome to the bottom of the ocean in Antarctica. It's not actually the bottom. We're only a mere 704 meters deep. We just caught a fish. I say we like I'm doing it. We're with Schmidt Ocean doing a. Pardon me. We're with Schmidt Ocean, doing a watch along of their live dive. Hello, hello. How goes the dive? It's been a minute. It's going well. We just caught. Schmidt Ocean has just caught a fish, and has placed it into the rock box as it is a large fish, and did not go in the bio box.
Dumbo, yeah, I think.
So we have logged.
I like the more.
Then that's an octopus.
Yeah, when they're
Also, we're having some lag. It's not my fault. But welcome, Cobalt. Welcome, Raiders.
are moving, they are really cool.
How is the cursed card game? How did it go? I hope it went well. I don't think it's a Dumbo. I might be wrong. We're getting closer to get a look at it, and we're calibrating. Sit up straight. Pet the octopus. Pet that boy, and flex, and dab, and if you're sitting on your legs, stretch those on out.
Mm-hmm.
Consider standing up and doing some excited little duck steppies. Ba 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 ba. I was on a losing streak until the very last run of the night. Let's go. Sitting on my legs harder as usual. Insectoid, no. That's Disco, by the way. That's Chocolate Disco. He lives at the bottom of the ocean in Antarctica with the alien eggs. But yeah, it's been a pretty eventful dive. So we are, as previously stated, in Antarctica. I'm gonna just refresh. We keep getting slow down. There we go. So that repeat means we're probably still not. Anyway, this is all like new stuff that humans have never seen before. Nugget as being the rowdiest little. No, get in there. Living in the land beneath, beyond the ice caps. Yes, yes. Disco is actually Hyperborean. Yes. Nugget, did you turn off the stream? Nugget, did you crash the stream with no survivors? Will they expect one of us in the wreckage?
Let me just out of the way.
Yeah. Welcome to Highest Stream. I play horror games, and we do space and ocean exploration. And every once in a while, we just Bane post just a little bit, for you, chat. Undersea game is really spooky, Haya. It is. We're cute, so it's okay. Yes, yes. Hey, little nugget. Hey, little nugget. What you doing, little nug? Nug, you can't. Nugget, have mercy. Nugget, have mercy. Don't. Nugget, are one of your claws cracking? No, come here. I'm about to give Nugget a pedicure. I gotta be rubbing you guys with oil more often. I gotta be giving little bird pedicures. Give me your feet, Nugget. I mean, look at them toes. Oh, that needs to be trimmed. Alright, Nugget, give me your other foot.
Horizon. Now there are specialists who study scallops. Not on boards, but generally there must be, right? No?
I only eat them.
I eat them too.
I only eat them! Are there specialists that study scallops?
And have a little taste for our
I only eat them.
dinner on the transit home, but we have not so far.
Kelby 99!
I guess we have some people who study these on board, no?
On board?
People working with molds?
Whoa. I'm gonna catch the ducks. I'm ready. No! My hands have betrayed me! Oh my gosh. Just wait, I'm gonna upgrade my hands. This year, and I'm gonna catch so many ducks. Instead of catching the ducks, I have been caught! Oh, no! I'm gonna get sampled! Okay. Uh-oh, Stinky. Like right to the face! Pie right to the face! I started that. I'm not sorry. Welcome, Cowboy 99.
It's almost here.
Mm-hmm. 8? I think we need to. It says we need to do this.
I helped. Thank you,
transaction.
Insectoid.
It's not, yeah.
Wow. Oh, is that an octopus or is that a ctenophore? I think it's a ctenophore. Ctenophore? 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 It's spelled with a C. I don't know if the C is silent. There it goes. I love them. I love them. Them and I love... Yeah. Figured I'd hop in and disrupt the peace before calling it a night. That's fair, that's fair.
I'm just so I'm staying on for the next.
See, is
shift
silent
with
but
the
proud.
next science party, and I've just texted the next people who will be coming in to sit here with me, asking them to bring chocolate for our shift. Because I feel like it's reaching that point of the night when I need my pudding after dinner, my second dinner that I've just had before this shift started.
Oh yeah, so
It's quite
because
funny
this
when you
is
do
a...
things like night shift or semi-night shift.
This is such a fascinating area. They've been doing dive after dive.
It's still open at normal times. Essentially, then I end up having like 3 dinners a day.
Yeah, so these scientists are getting like no sleep. This poor woman on shift is getting no sleep.
Breakfast because she likes to get up quite early. So I asked her to leave me actual breakfast on the side because otherwise I just have 3 big dinners a day. You know, steak and ribs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've stopped calling it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just second dinner, third dinner of the day. It's a meal, quick energy.
Or you can
You
be
can only sleep when night
British.
exists.
You say you go for
Supper.
Supper, yeah.
Indeed.
So yeah, she's on the Hobbit life now. She just doesn't call it dinner anymore or breakfast anymore. She just has like third dinner.
I do indeed go for tea quite often.
Alright, I'm
And
gonna
you know
shove
what's
you.
funny actually,
I'm gonna
living
shove
in
you in the
England,
road.
I'm Russian originally.
You're getting
and
you're
actually
getting
in Russia
snubbed,
we
Nog.
drink a lot more tea
Nope, you're getting snubbed.
than what I've experienced in England. People in England say they like tea, but I don't know, I haven't seen that many. Like, they like their coffee, and they like a cuppa, which is this very
No,
strong black tea with some milk.
But the
expression.
Oh, Kobo, enjoy your lurk. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. I'm sorry, I'm also a little scatterbrained.
Thank you very much.
But
yeah, if you need to step out, please do. Get some rest, get some food.
For dinner, it doesn't really need to go for a cup of tea.
No.
So that's
A
why.
cuppa. But yes, and it's funny, I like some nice teas, as in actual teas, but my British friends do not seem to like them. But on board we have very good supply of tea and coffee all day around.
Good.
So we're never short of tea.
Whoop.
I only drink tea if I'm sick. I'm a coffee
You're okay,
drinker.
little bug. You're okay, little bug.
And I have become an espresso monster on this cruise.
Well, I don't go to your cabin more often to drink because
Thank you, Sunny.
another rock.
I love a big rock.
Hmm?
But I just wanted to clarify today that I'm actually Dr. Sediment, not Dr. Rock. Because my research is actually about the sediment, not the rock.
Hi, little bug. Right, so what
Zoom in, please.
what we're currently doing is just ascending this wall of rock.
Thank you.
We're trying to get to a waypoint at the top, at which point they will stop and take some samples.
Yeah, but not this thing.
Also, if you're just joining my stream, you might be hearing some indignant squeaking and chirping. That is Nugget, B, and Delta. They are 3 Gamble's quail. They're the 3 of the 7 Gamble's quail I have.
Have you been finding shifts? Are you going to sleep after this shift, or are you staying up
No,
to
I
process
don't
calls?
sleep too bad. I get my 8 hours of sleep. I don't have too much responsibilities. So
Yeah, 3 idiots. It's true.
hours here and
Said with incredible affection, but yes.
Quite fine, I'm not complaining.
Nugget is very dumb even by quail standards. B is 100% scrungle. And Delta is just the Zuni queen.
You're going to sleep after
Snow High and the Seven Chorps!
for 3 hours before sleep.
Oh no!
No, Pedro and
That's fan art. Hold on, I'm writing that down. That actually needs to be fan art. Is it fan art if I draw it? That's art. I'm making that. I'm making that for me.
we're gonna do everything that comes
Look forward to that Unhinged merch.
Cool.
That's nice when you have loads of people in your team so you can
Yeah, four
shift as
four
well.
people for 5 push force.
Yeah.
How do you manage to bring 4 people on a vessel for 5 push force? I don't know.
Nuggets dopey, I assume. Oh my gosh, yeah, now I have to assign like personalities to each of them. Oh no.
Jessica, your place in the room right now, really nicely helped me with that. And Teresa, this morning I have 7 push force incoming. I hope you might be around. Jessica
I will.
really loved Sediment's work. She loved it so much she's contemplating a PhD with Dr. Sediment.
Jessica is becoming a sediment specialist.
Jessica.
Against my will.
Thank you. Against my will. Nobody becomes a sediment specialist. Nobody chooses to become a sediment specialist. Sorry, that's probably not true. Geology is actually really
For sure,
fascinating.
we'll be around.
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
be
Nugget tippy
around
tip taps.
until
Hurry for saying the things I think
things that I
immediately
need to
sometimes.
sample
Yes.
will be sampled. And then at 6:30 I'll be up to treat the creatures and the sediments.
No.
So yeah. Let's see.
So, Teresa, why are you doing
I swear she's just protesting. I swear she's just protesting.
Yeah, I did in the beginning. You were not here.
But this was an hour and a half ago.
Oh my
I did
gosh,
it in
Nugget.
both languages.
Oh, cool.
You can do it now in your own language. I like to
I
hear.
don't think there's any Russian speakers online.
Just ask.
Amber here looks nice and cozy. She's getting to that point in the
Yeah, I'm
night. She's
actually
got
getting
nice
to
Already
know.
bridge, I think that one is going to get us in contact with a pretty big growler, so maybe we can move southeast for a little bit, get past that growler, and then come back north.
Yeah, that's fine. Do whatever you need.
Of course.
So the question the chat asking is how long might it take sediments to build up?
Nuggies demands free range Appy slices. Let her bully the babies. These are literally Nuggets demands. These are literally Nuggets' exact
Very
demands.
variable, which is why people actually
They
study
come from a long line of
sediments.
sediment specialists. But Dad, I want to go into medicine. No child of mine is going to be a doctor. Now eat your minerals.
Like in the middle of the Pacific, far away from continents, so it's very, very slow sediment rate, sedimentation.
This reminds me of someone talking about like dwarves being unsure like what they can feed humans.
You get more
Like if a dwarven race ate a lot of like rocks, it's like you can't feed them, you know, cobalt. You can't feed them that. It's like you can't feed them certain rocks. They're like radioactive. And then they're like salt, and they're like no.
Antarctica, most of the sediment that she can
So just all of the food
glaciers are new.
adventurers would get from this particular group would be unsalted. Just super bland.
It picks up all the sediment and rocks that are
Alright, between Nuggy entering open rebellion and my tracking also entering open rebellion, I think it might be time to wrap up. I know it's kind of early. But I want to prep for tomorrow, so I think
200, 135.
I'm gonna give you guys a link to this.
They've got a lot of turbation, so sometimes it's got a lot of sediments kind of mix up and flow and actually kind of fill up some of the topographic lows that we see in the bottom section.
This is what I was streaming.
Essentially you get a lot of sediment fallout.
You are going to see me in Genshin Impact later. I'm listening to the Archon Quest like a podcast while I do my chores. I swear I'm not ending stream to just go play Genshin Impact. If that were the case, I would just play Genshin Impact.
For these sediments and some of those kind of mechanics behind how where
have to wait to
sediment
see
come
what's
from,
going
what
on with
type of
that circle.
sediment is
You're
it?
not supposed to do too much right
Oh, swimming cube.
now.
Alright, let me get a raid set up. But yeah, I do strongly recommend heading over there. Schmidt Ocean is also streaming on Twitch. Unfortunately, I cannot raid them. They do have their raids turned off. Which, given the amount of stuff
And we need to move.
their like audio visual person has to do, understandable. You don't want to be trying to put moderation of several places on top of that. Oh my gosh, there's so many good people. There's so many good people. Oh, there's so many good people. You know what? Cobalt very kindly brought his community our way from the card game. Spicy is also playing a card game. Spicy is playing Inscription. So let's go. Sorry, I said that and then I'm like, I should find someone in science to raid. But it's sort of rare that we get to raid Spicy, so this is probably
Because we're gonna need it.
It's one
oh
bite,
my
right?
gosh, no, stop talking. Stop talking. Twitch front page. Silence Twitch front page. Yeah, Nug, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Nug, have mercy. Nugget, have mercy. Oh! Nivik, no! Nivik, we're raiding Spicy! I forgot to hit stop raids. But welcome raiders! Welcome Nivik. Hold on, my hands. Why? Why? Okay. No, you're good. Let me get a shout out for Nivik. Nivik, thank you so much for coming in. I would have raided Ray, so it works out. I'm kind of like, thank you. I do truly appreciate the raid. I'm just not in a place where I can extend my stream. But let's get you that shout out. You more raid for Spicy. I was gonna say something like I'm probably raiding your other choice anyway. So it all comes out in the end. I hope Marvel Rivals was good. I've heard it described as like you can play Overwatch without having to play Overwatch, which is the biggest recommendation you could give a game. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm interested in it. Alright, so we're gonna raid Spicy Spikester. Spicy is a cryptid cat, very chaotic, very cute. Currently playing Inscription. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using the excuse of my tracking screwing up and Nugget is being a little stinkpot, but also realistically, I've hit a wall and I'm exhausted. So I need to be offline like immediately. I hit Diamond 3 last season. Let's go. Is that raid going? Is that raid? Oh, now it is. Now it is. It went. Alright.